remember to hold the button down so we trap your every word.
Absolutely. Is this the one referring to the Wisbech Grammar School? Your numbers are the same as mine. Okay, does the Audit Committee feel it right or just that PKF's findings point out that FACT has a substantial and lucrative contract for fleet hire to the fee-paying Wisbech Grammar School that requires the use of 5 minibuses for morning work and 4 for afternoon work to take pupils to and from the school? It's not because there's less go home. Apparently it's because some get picked up by their parents for after-school activities. So would the Audit Committee agree that the only way these buses could have been funded would have been through public sector grants and from the long list of charitable donations that have only been touched upon by PKF but are available to those who scrutinise these things? And therefore both avenues of funding I would invite the Audit Committee to find as rather abhorrent under these circumstances. So can the Audit Committee make a specific recommendation for a course of action to bring this anomalous use of public funding to an immediate and proper conclusion? And ever being, as I have always been, an HH, which is a helpful hack, would the Audit Committee consider recommending to full Council, rather than playing around any longer with the issues, and given in mind that they are unable to intervene with the management of FACT for the reasons that the Chief Executive has stated, would they consider actually taking the more appropriate measure of suspending contracts with FACT and ESACT? Very good reasons why this should happen. And therefore, in the interim, appointing an external legal and local government expert to bring this about. There is a very good reason why external sources are necessary, because internal change would require those deeply involved and mentioned in the PKF report to be part of a reform programme. And it is evident from the inquiries that I've made and have written about over 6 years, and I'm confident the committee will now agree, that the largely discredited board of FACT are simply unable to do it. And would the committee agree that the errors and failures to act over 6 years are chiefly the responsibility of FACT board members who can be named individually, but I will refrain from doing so. But many of those now involved with this organisation have not only ridiculed any suggestion over those 6 years of wrongdoing, but actively pursued, twice through legal channels, those of us that have raised these issues and have now been found to be correct all along.